Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome back, class 7th in your online mathematics class. In the previous class, we were started the chapter 13, linear inequalities. Now today I am going to teach you about the properties of inequalities. Suppose if I write that 8 is greater than 6. This is inequality. Okay. Now the first property of inequality is that an inequality remains true on adding the same number to each side. What does it mean? That suppose I add 2 here and 2 here, the inequality remains the same. How? See, if I add 2 this side, and similarly if I add 2 this side, then 8 plus 2 is 10 and 6 plus 2 is 8. So you can see that 10 is greater than 8. So when we add the same number both the side, then the inequality remains the same. This is the first property. Now second property says that if we subtract, now this is the inequality. Now if I subtract the same number from both the sides, suppose I am subtracting here 3 from both the side. Now here you get 5 and here you get 3. So here you can say that 5 is greater than 3. So here also the inequality is same. So the second property is an inequality remains true on subtracting the same number by each side. Okay, so this is the second one. Now the third property says that if you multiply same number both the side, then by the positive same number, then the inequality remains the same. For example, if we have inequality 8 is greater than 6, and I'll multiply this 8 by 2, and here also I'll multiply it by 2. So here we get 16 and here we get 12. So here you can see that this is true, that 16 is greater than 12. So here the inequality remains the same. This is the third one, that an inequality remains true on multiplying both sides by the same positive number. Very careful what I am saying, positive number. If we multiply it by the positive number. Now if I say that if I multiply, suppose if I multiply this inequality by negative number, suppose if I multiply it by -2, and here also if I multiply it by -2, so 8 to the 16, here you get -16 and here you get -12. So here you can see that -16 is not greater than -12, right? -12 is greater than -16. This is true, right? So this is what the fourth property says, that an inequality is reversed on multiplying both sides by the same negative number. It says that if we multiply by any negative number, then this inequality gets reversed. Okay. Similarly, if I divide both sides by the same positive number, suppose this is the inequality, 8 is greater than 6, and if I divide it by 2, so here you get 4 and here you get 3. So this is true. But if I divide it by the same negative number, then this inequality gets reversed. So why? Because here you get -4 and here you get -3, and -3 is greater than 4, right? So this inequality gets reversed. So this is the sixth property, that an inequality is reversed on dividing both sides by the same negative number. So remember that if you multiply any inequality by the negative number, then its inequality gets reversed, and if you divide it by the negative number, then also the inequality gets reversed. Now we use these properties to solve the inequalities in our next exercise, that is 13C. Solve these inequalities. 3m bracket m minus 2 greater than 9. So first we distribute here. 3m minus 6 is greater than 9. Now to find out the value of m, what we do, first we add minus 6 on both the sides. So here we get 3m minus 6 plus 6, 9 plus 6. So minus 6 cancel out. Here we get 15. Now to find out the value of m, we divide by 3 on both the sides like this. So here we get m is greater than 5. This is how we solve inequalities. This question, 4 minus 9p is greater than 1 minus 11p. Now first what I do here, I subtract, here I add plus 11p on both the sides, so that this 11p will cancel out. 4 is minus 9p plus 11p greater than 1 minus 11p greater than, plus 11p. Here I am adding 11p on both the sides. Now here this 11p cancel out, and here you get minus plus minus, here you get plus 2p greater than 1. Now what I do here, I subtract 4 from both the sides. So 4 minus 4 plus 2p, 1 minus 4. So 4 cancel out, here you get minus 3. Now I divide it by 2 on both the sides. So here we get p like this. So here we get p is greater than equals to minus 3 by 2. Question number 2. Solve the following inequality and draw the solution set on a number line. So first we have to solve it, this inequality, and then we make a number line. Okay. So first what I do here, I subtract 3 from both the sides. So 3 minus 2x greater than equals to x minus 12 minus 3. So here I get minus 2x greater than equals to x minus 15. Now I add x on both the sides. So here I get minus 2x. Sorry, I subtract x on both the side. So can I remove this x from this side? Like this. So this x cancel out. Here we get minus 3x is greater than equals to minus 15. Now I divide this inequality by minus 3. So when I divide it by a negative number, this inequality gets reversed like this. So here we get x is less than equals to 5. So this is what we get. Now we represent this on a number line. So student, you have to use scale. Here I am not using it. X is greater than equals to 5. It means x is greater than 5 means what? That the value of x is greater than 5 means 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on, right? So the set should be like this. And x is equals to 5 is means we are also including 5 here. So here we get the value 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on, right? So here and one thing is also given that x belongs to a natural number. It means we cannot include the decimal numbers here. So let's make a number line. Here I am going to write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -1, -2, -3. So we represent it by the filled circle because we are including 5 also, and we have to include 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and so on. So, and we don't have to include the decimal number, so we only make dots like this and so on. So we make 3 dots here, that this goes on. So this is how we represent these types of inequalities when the condition is given that x belongs to natural number. Okay, when the condition says that x belongs to real number, then we don't represent it by the dot dot. We represent it like this. We make up by the thick line, because when it says that x belongs to real number, it means we including the decimal numbers also. So here it is given that we don't have to include the decimal numbers, so we only put a dot on 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and we make 3 dots because this goes on. Okay, now look here, that here 3x is less than equals to 6. So what we do here, we divide it by 3 on both the side. So here we get x is greater than equals to, x is less than equals to 2. Now we represent this on a number line. Acha, first we make a set that x is less than equals to 2 means what? X is less than 2 means 1, 2, 3 and we are including 2 also. So we write 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3 and so on. And here it is given that x belongs to integer. So we make a number line here. Let's represent 0 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and here 1, 2, 3, 4. So how we represent here? Here it is given that x is less than equals to 2. It means we are including 2 here. So we make a filled circle. Then 1, then 0, then -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6 and so on. This is how we represent these types of condition on number line. Now look here. Write down the inequality shown on the following number line. So here we have to write down the inequality. So here you can observe that the value of x is greater than -2 and less than 1. And here the -2 is included. So how we write here, it is -2 is included. It means that x is greater than and equals to -2 and x is less than and equals to 1. So how we write this? We write it like this. X is greater than equals to -2 and less than equals to 1. This is how we represent it. Now here you can see that 1, 0, -1, -2, -3. It means that x is less than 1. So x is less than 1 and 1 is also included. So we write it like this. X is less than equals to 1. Student, your chapter is finished. You have to practice this chapter. Do practice it in your register. Okay students, Allah Hafiz.